What up, everybody? This is Rama Screen covering movies, TV, and entertainment as always. And I have for you a special guest today, Tyler Calvert, all the way from East Coast. What's up, buddy?
How's it going, man? Really glad we could finally get this collab going.
Yes. And how's Baltimore? I've been there a couple times. Really great place.
Depending on where you go in Baltimore, it has its ups and downs.
I agree with you, man. I agree. Now, Tyler, guys, is also a fellow YouTuber, so I'll definitely give the link to his YouTube channel in the description box below this video, so make sure you subscribe to his stuff. He is one of the best when it comes to reviewing and unboxing. He's a great guy.
Yeah. I am the greatest unboxer of all time.
The greatest of all time. So check it out, guys. Now, for this segment, this is a special one because this year, 2018, is the 25th anniversary of Welcome to Jurassic Park. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, that's gonna get flagged for copyright.
Already demonetized.
So one of everybody's favorite movies. This is a fan favorite movie. You can ask like maybe 9 out of 10 people will say like, yeah, Jurassic Park is among my top favorites. So I want to get to Tyler's opinion here. Ty, could you share with us when was the first time you watched Jurassic Park as a kid or when you were younger, and give us your brief review of the film as well.
It came out literally the year I was born. It came out in June of '93. I was born in October of 1993, so I had to wait a little bit of time. The first of the Jurassic Park series I watched was The Lost World, Jurassic Park 2.
Cool.
That was like my first exposure. Looking back now, obviously when you're a kid, you like dinosaurs a lot more. You don't really care about everything else. You just want to see the dinosaurs, and dinosaurs are cool. But looking back, after that, as I grew older, I did watch Jurassic Park. I watched it as a kid and I liked it. Dinosaurs are cool. But then as I got older, I learned to appreciate it for other things than just cool looking dinosaurs. And I still think it's a really great film. It's probably one of Spielberg's best films. I think it's his highest grossing film of all time, as far as, even though he's had such other classics like E.T. and Close Encounters and Indiana Jones. There's like a billion Spielberg hits, but I'm just saying that's probably one of my favorites. I like Jurassic Park as a franchise as well. I'll get into my thoughts later on about the other ones in Jurassic World and Fallen Kingdom that's coming out finally in the U.S. But as of right now, it's probably my favorite of the franchise is the original Jurassic Park. It's probably most people's favorite in the franchise.
Nice. So what are some of your favorite parts about the movie? Oh, by the way, guys, just want to heads up. This video contains spoilers. We're going to be talking scenes.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Spoilers for a movie that came out 25 years ago.
That's right.
No big deal. But you got the classic ones that everybody knows and talks about. The iconic scenes where the doors open up and you're going in Jurassic Park, and Richard Attenborough, welcome to Jurassic Park. And you see all the dinosaurs for the first time with the crazy special effects that for the most part still hold up to this day, even 25 years later. You got all the stuff with the T-Rex, obviously, just everything when it comes to him. Some of the shots in this film, it honestly feels like it's more like a horror film than like an action. It's like more of a horror film sometimes. The movie opens with a attack of dinosaurs, and it's like looks like it's setting it up for like a horror film based around dinosaurs.
That's true.
But everything with the T-Rex, obviously the Raptors are pretty popular. Another one is a really popular scene where they're getting chased. Sam Neill, Laura Dern, and the kids are getting chased around by the Raptors, and then they get owned by the T-Rex.
Those are great choices, man. Those are great choices. Let me share you my memory. I was with a bunch of friends. I was about probably 12 years old or so. I don't remember the exact age. But we were having a get together, and one of our uncles popped in I think a VHS of this Jurassic Park movie. I was like, what the heck is this?
VHS tapes. It's like that's old school right there.
That's old school. I
had them too. I'm old enough to remember them.
Exactly, way in the past. So he popped it in, and he was like projected on a big a white big screen on the wall. and we watched it. We were just awed, like every moment, because the part where the cup of water, and you can like see the right.
Yeah, the dripping. Yeah, that's like straight out of like a horror film.
Everybody was holding their breaths, like, "Oh my god!" And then she was like pointing the flashlight on the T-Rex's eye. I was like, "Oh my god, no!"
Yeah, that was crazy. Say that all that stuff was crazy. What's extra crazy now? Because I mean, most movies now it's like 99% CGI, but like I mean, they actually built like a giant T-Rex.
Yes.
So it actually looks, it's actually like something tangible. Like it's actually in front of you. Whereas like well, I mean, I guess technically you could just say the new Jurassic Park movies, where it's most of the time it's just CGI.
CG, exactly. This one looks, like real, like you can actually touch it.
Yeah.
I loved it. It was one of those movies that just stays with you long after it's done, man. You just can't stop talking about it, and it reignited your love of dinosaurs, because like you said, when you were kids, dinosaurs are like the biggest thing ever. And Jurassic Park came along and just like, whoa, the dinosaurs are cool again. I think though you brought a good point, and we can move towards that topic now. I get it. I get it that it's scary. That it has some horror elements to it, but a lot of people would kind of probably categorize it under adventure kind of horror. It's like riding a roller coaster and you're like going slowly to the top before you go down. That's what it feels like. And then when the T-Rex is chasing the Jeep, and you can see it from the rearview mirror, that's when the roller coaster was going G-force going down. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, because they're literally like just going way far away in this Jeep trying to escape. This T-Rex is chasing them down the road in the rain.
It's so
then they get that one guy killed, because that one guy gets killed because he gets eaten on the toilet.
That's right. And there are deaths in this film. Definitely, you gotta have the deaths. Yeah, it's not a family friendly at all. But it does. I guess we can jump into this one too. I want to ask your opinion about this, because I think Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom, I haven't seen it yet. It comes out next Friday.
Yeah, my screening's on Tuesday.
Yeah, my screening is also around Tuesday as well. So the trailer makes it look like it's straight up horror, and I'm a little worried about that, man. I don't know about you, worried because the horror in Jurassic Park, like I said, it's more adventure-esque horror, it's more like a roller coaster kind of horror, not necessarily horror for horror's sake. What do you think?
Well, I mean, yeah, when you say horror, I know exactly what you mean, because I remember when they revealed the trailers for it during, like, the Super Bowl and stuff like that, and they were showing the claw coming over the bed with that shit. It's like ripped right out of, like, a horror film, like, this raptor is coming right for this, this kid in the bed, like, slinking up, like it's Dracula or Nosferatu or something like that.
Exactly, right? What do you think about that?
But, yeah, I mean, it's weird to go more horror. I mean, there's probably, like, dozens of horror films based around dinosaurs. I mean, I don't watch them. I mean, they're probably terrible, but I mean, there probably are a lot of dinosaur-related horror films, but I mean, big mainstream dinosaurs, Jurassic Park. I mean, I guess it's interesting that they're doing like adventure/horror, because I mean, it's cool to like blend genres, but I mean, that's kind of a weird genre to blend with dinosaurs and Jurassic Park and I guess Jurassic World, because it's not Jurassic Park anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it definitely is weird to see like the horror elements, like they're getting stalked by the raptor and its claw hanging over the bed and sneaking in. And
I don't know how that's gonna play out. If it's gonna play out well with certain audiences or not. If it's gonna backfire. We'll just have to see, because I know the director is a horror director. That's his cup of tea. That's what.
Yeah, because the last movie I saw that Bayona did was that Monsters Call, the Liam Neeson giant tree movie.
Oh. Yes, yes.
That wasn't horror. That was just like sad.
That was just.
That was just like a really sad movie.
That was so depressing, dude.
I was. I mean, by the end, I was like broken emotionally because of the Felicity Jones. I guess. Are we allowed to spoil that movie? Does it really matter?
Yeah, that's really, because I was like, Jyn Erso, no.
It was like that was like a stretch of movies. I remember saying to my friend as I was watching like a stretch of movies back to back and all that, it was like. For like three movies in a row, I watched Felicity Jones die. So she died in Rogue One. She died in the Monster Calls, and she died in that what's Inferno? I think
Yeah.
the third, whatever was the name of the third Da Vinci Code movie. She died in that
Exactly.
too. I was like, why does she keep dying and everything?
She's like the female Sean Bean.
Yeah, yeah. She's literally catching up to him. She just keeps dying and everything.
I think it's safe to predict that scene where the claws were like hanging over the little kid in the bed.
Ominous.
I think at that moment the kid will bust out like in like a machine gun under his blanket.
Like surprise, motherfucker. Like,
And the raptor will get surprised.
yeah, I could see that happening.
Now,
Something over the top like that.
I gotta say, my favorite character actually in Jurassic Park is Samuel L. Jackson. I know,
Really?
exactly.
Hold on to your butts.
Hold on to your butts. And that was like the one of the early films in his early career, right? Like he
Yeah,
hasn't
that was
gotten
early
Pulp Fiction
90s.
yet. He wasn't.
Yeah, it was early '90s.
Exactly.
So, I mean, that, and after that was like Die Hard with the third Die Hard film and a couple other
Exactly.
things.
So now we watch Jurassic Park again, and we're like hoping him to say the MF word. I was like, oh man, he didn't say
Yeah,
it.
it's a kids film. You can't just start throwing F-bombs around.
I gotta say, it's so weird how, and we're going all over the place with this conversation because I love this. This is so fascinating. I hope it's okay with you.
I'm fine with it.
Because I wanna pick your brain. What do you think about this? Because this has been bugging me for years. The fact that they changed the character Ian Malcolm drastically from Jurassic Park to The Lost World. He became like a worry dad. In the second one, the first one he was a player. It's like,
Yeah.
hey, let me. It's like a playboy kind of.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that because I was watching, because I mean, like I told you, I was watching because I got the 25th anniversary
Yes.
collection of Jurassic Park, which has like all 4 films. So I was rewatching all 4, Jurassic Park, Lost World, Jurassic Park 3, Jurassic World. And, as I rewatched them, I noticed like a continuity kind of thing where, because Sam Neill asks Ian Malcolm about if he has kids and all that, and he says he's had 3 of them.
Yes.
And then you go to the Lost World, and he just has this one kid because the baby mama like ditched her and went to go to Paris or whatever. So it's like, I guess you just either those 2 kids, or either he was lying in Jurassic Park to Sam Neill, or he just only had her, or it was a continuity error. I mean, I don't know how there could be like a big continuity error like that. I mean, Spielberg directed both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the Ian Malcolm in Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom probably came down from Earth from his previous job as the game master. I don't know.
Oh yeah, the guy from Thor Ragnarok, the Grandmaster.
So it was weird, right? I was like, it caught me off guard. I thought it was a poor way of trying to reinvent his character, in my opinion.
And his
Yeah.
and his kid's like amazing at like gymnastics and does the freaking. That was like one of the parts that always bothered me. Even when I was younger, I was like, you're gonna like do gymnastics and I think the thing that bothered me about that scene though is because like she like gets her attention. He gets the raptor's attention by like saying something like "Hey you" or something like that, and the raptor actually like turns and looks and then gets kicked out of the door with a gymnastics kick, and I was like, okay. Clearly, we're not going for realistic stuff, I guess.
Let me ask you this: since you've rewatched the Jurassic Park, that 25th anniversary collection that you just showed us,
Yeah.
Do you think the CG and the visual effects holds up still?
I mean, I think it got gradually worse somehow.
Ooh, so you can tell the difference, really well.
Yeah, because I mean, it's not completely terrible in the Lost World, but I mean, it's not. I don't think it's as good CGI wise as the original, which is weird because it came out 4 years later. And then was it Jurassic World 3 came out in 2001?
Yeah.
And a lot of the CG and the animatronics in that are a little shoddy as well.
I know. That's what I was worried, man.
Spinosaurus thing, I think it was called a Spinosaurus. That dinosaur that was like the main dinosaur in the third one that killed the T-Rex.
That's right, the new dino. But the fact that the technology ages a little bit, that doesn't lessen your love for Jurassic Park, right? That's
No, I mean, what lessens my love is they ruined a lot of the stuff with the third one, because the third one, the third Jurassic Park, they ruined Sam Neill's relationship with Laura Dern.
Yes.
Because they're not together. She's with somebody else, and with the way they ended the first Jurassic Park with them with the kids, and you had this connection, and then you're like, nope, doesn't matter.
Another thing that I love about Jurassic Park, and I think I read this somewhere. I think it may have been, I don't know. I don't know if you've read Michael Crichton's book, the one that's based on. I haven't read it.
I read the first one. I didn't read the second one.
Then maybe you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I read somewhere that the emphasis of the character Joe, the actors Joe and Arena Richards, the little kids, the two little kids, in the first Jurassic Park movie, the interaction between them and Sam Neill's character, that was emphasized more by the screenwriter David Koepp. Is that correct?
I would say so. I mean, I haven't read the book in a long time. I mean, there's a lot of differences between that. And I remember the one big glaring difference was Richard Attenborough. Hammond died in the first one. He got torn apart by some dinosaurs. I forget which ones. Yeah, they killed him because he was the villain basically. I mean, he's still kind of the villain in the Jurassic Park series, but I mean, he lived at least in the other films. They killed him at the end of the first book. I think it was the first book.
Yeah. Oh wow, I didn't know that.
I forget which dinosaur it was, but he gets torn apart by dinosaurs, and it's really graphic looking.
Oh my goodness, I had no idea.
Yeah, his books are really messed up. Michael Crichton.
Yes. Wow. Okay. I'll take your word on that. I think though, I love the fact that he lives, because he's now like the legend. Like we see Jurassic World, the movie 2015.
He's got the statue.
Exactly. He's like this spirit, hovering over them. This legend. So I like that better than getting torn apart.
Yeah, he didn't get torn apart in the movies at all. He actually survived and went on to be in the other ones.
Yeah, the back to the kids though. I think it's a good move. If it was Cap's idea, it's a good move because Spielberg. If you see Spielberg's movies, there's always this relationship with kids or younger characters, and he's good at that. He's good with younger actors.
Mm-hmm, definitely.
Yeah. So. Now we gotta get to the new movie Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom, but I want to ask you, do you think the 2015 movie Jurassic World a rehash? Because a lot of people think that was a rehash, basically, just like Star Wars: The Force Awakens is a rehash of the first Star Wars. Yeah, what do you think?
I mean, I like both of them. I like The Force Awakens and I like Jurassic World, but they do harp a lot on nostalgia. Like, hey, remember this? Well, here it is. Here it is again. Like, hey, remember that T-Rex from the first Jurassic Park? Well, here he is again.
Yeah, hey, you like that one, right? You like this one, right? Here you go.
Yeah, remember Jeff Goldblum? He's on the cover of this the one booklet or whatever in Jurassic World. Those are one they're reading his book.
And not only that, man, it's the same formula, like ooh ah dinosaurs, and then the screaming starts, and then the running starts.
Then shit hits the fan. That's basically you could basically say that's the plot for every Jurassic Park movie, because it's like, okay, you get to the park, all ooh and ah, here's all the dinosaurs. Something happens, the dinosaurs get loose, then they gotta survive. Basically, that's basically the plot of every Jurassic Park movie, and yet they keep. Not that I mind Jurassic Park movies as a whole. It's just like you can only make so much with these dinosaurs where you realize maybe we should move on and stop trying to deal with this stuff with the dinosaurs, because it's not obviously working.
Exactly. So despite the formulaic approach of Jurassic World 2015 movie, it was still a fun movie. The elements are real. It really worked. They were really
step
effective.
Up their game because. Well, I guess it's been a tradition almost since the third one that they have to keep putting in new dinosaurs in each film to be. Well, now they're just doing weird crossbreed dinosaurs as the villain. Because Jurassic World's villain was that Indominus Rex that had superpowers. It could turn invisible, and it was super powered. And it had different. I mean, I know they got cross gene splices and whatnot for all the dinosaurs. I mean, that one. I remember when they couldn't find it because it was chameleon because it had chameleon DNA or whatever in it, so it could blend in. So it just popped up, and here it was. And then the what was it, the giant fish one, the giant fish dinosaur. That was really cool when they showed it off. I mean, they showed it off in the trailers, so it wasn't a shock, a surprise. But I mean, when it's just jumps out of the water and it's eating the shark? I think it was
Yep.
a shark one, like it ate when it was like, because they had their own like Sea World. So yeah, I mean, there's definitely stuff I like about Jurassic World. I like it probably more than the other Jurassic Parks that I've seen. You know, Lost World and Jurassic Park 3. Because I haven't seen the new one, obviously. But I mean, of the sequels, I mean, Jurassic Park gonna be number one probably forever. Like, let's be real here. But I mean, Jurassic World is pretty good. It did well at the box office too, which is why we're getting another one.
I know. I remember in 2015. I don't know if you remember. Everybody, the big complaint, you know, in addition to the rehash complaint, a lot of people were like, "What the hell? How did Bryce Dallas Howard, ran around, can outrun a T-Rex on high heels?"
And heels, yeah, that's like the number 2 thing everyone probably says when it comes to Jurassic World, because it's like she ran in most of that movie in high heels away from these dinosaurs.
So I think
which I still think is weird.
Yeah, so I think it's fair to say, I think you'd agree with me that despite the fact that Jurassic World was fun and it was a box office winner, there were a bunch of parts about it that were just so ridiculous and flawed. You know?
Oh yeah.
Like, yeah.
There's ridiculous moments in every Jurassic Park, but I mean that one definitely had a fair amount of them as well.
Exactly.
Was it like the little orbs that they like rolled around in? I forget what they like. Remember when they like the kid from Insidious and the kid from Love, Simon were in the little orb and they're just like driving around and shit hits the fan. Don't they stumble upon some of the stuff from Jurassic Park, the original? Don't they, like the Jeep and all? They were like stumble upon the Jeep and all the stuff. It's
yep.
Like, remember this?
Yeah.
Remember this from Jurassic Park?
See, that goes back to the Easter egg again. It's like Easter egg,
Yeah.
Easter egg this, Easter egg that.
And just like with the new one, like, hey, remember Jeff Goldblum?
Good point. Now, as we're winding down, Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom. I gotta ask I gotta pick your brain about this. We talked about the crossbreed a little bit. We talked about it being a full-on horror instead of adventure. And then they're bringing the dinosaur to the city again. That's the same formula in the second movie, right? The Lost World.
Yeah,
right?
they were taking the dinosaurs to San Diego. That's when it went loose in San Diego and turned into like a Godzilla kind of situation.
Yeah. Do you think they're running out of ideas now? That's what I'm worried about. It seems like how far can you go with this franchise?
I was like, there's only so many dinosaurs run amok stories you can really make, I guess.
Yes, right. I don't know. I think I'm gonna be. That's why I'm not enthusiastic about Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom. It seems like something. And on top of that, the first time I saw the trailer, and I was like, okay, so they made a full-on theme park in an island that's volcanic. It's like, can't you figure out? Can't you put it on an island that's not volcanic? I don't get it.
Yeah, I mean that seems like a horrible mix of things. You got dinosaur crossbred, genetically altered dinosaurs, and you got volcanoes. And, like, I don't know how you get a place like that insured, frankly.
Exactly right.
Like, because I mean, like that's like you're literally just playing with fire at any second because you got like that's like 500,000 different hazards and safety violations.
And science can figure out which places on Earth that's volcanic or not. It's
well,
not.
Who would go to that place? Who would go to an island? Who would pay to go to an island filled with like horrifying dinosaurs and it's a volcanic island? It's just like, okay, I guess I just want to end my life, or I really just want to flirt with danger. And especially after what happened in the other Jurassic Park films, it's not like people don't know.
Yeah.
It happened in San Diego. Like a giant dinosaurs ran amok in San Diego. Like it was like people know about the Jurassic Park theme parks and all that. Like, why would you even bother?
It seems like the country that the story is in this franchise is United States of Amnesia, not the United States of America.
Like, yeah.
People keep forgetting.
Just like, don't remember. Well, it's like it reminds me of the scene from the third Jurassic Park when it was at the very end with like the pterodactyls or whatever.
Yes.
Because it's like happy ending Jurassic Park 3, Sam Neill and all them getting the helicopters and they're flying away, and then it's like, oh, look at the pterodactyls or whatever flying towards them, but they're going past them, I guess, to find a new place to nest. It's like they're going the same direction as you. Like, they're going towards civilization. You're not going to make a big deal about them going towards civilization after they just like destroyed other people in the film as well, because they killed a couple people, I think, at least, or they tried to. It's like, okay, well, look how nice they look. Have fun going to civilization.
Exactly. I'll be like, sound the alarm, people.
Yeah, call the. Well, I mean, I guess the military was already there. So, but I mean, like, call someone else. Like, let them know. Like, these giant dinosaurs are coming, flying overhead. 'Cause, I mean, all hell breaks loose in Jurassic World with all those dinosaurs. They took the one chick and just ripped her apart.
Yes. Oh man, it's so graphic. Now, so I guess my last question to you is: do you want another installment, or do you reserve your judgment after you watch Fallen Kingdom?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, like you said, I think it does depend on how I feel after seeing Fallen Kingdom. If there's like a cliffhanger ending, or if there's something that actually by the end leaves me wanting like another film. I think maybe if they just go full on nostalgia and just bring back, Jeff Goldblum for more, maybe throw in Sam Neill and Laura Dern for the heck of it. Maybe add in some more, like maybe it's like the final chapter, like this is it, like this is, the final Jurassic World will do, if they do that, if it actually ends up being the last one, maybe bring everybody back, and then with Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard, barring either of them make it, I don't know, I haven't seen the film. But if they make it and whatever new cast that survives or they want to bring back, maybe combine them with, Jeff Goldblum, Sam Neill, and have this like full on, well, I guess like Star Wars, basically. Like, here's the old, here's the new, now collide. And bring it back, bring it full circle like they did with the Star Wars, the new Star Wars trilogy from Disney.
Yeah, and then have Chris Pratt kill Sam Neill with a lightsaber in the middle.
I mean, why not make it interesting? No one would expect that.
Well, Ty, thank you so much, brother, for your time, brother. This has been a great conversation. I'm cracking up. You are awesome.
No problem, man. I'm glad to be here. We'll definitely have to do more of these in the future.
Yes, thank you. Now, for my fans and your fans, share some. Where can my fans find you on social media or online? Hit up.
I mean, my YouTube channel is just my name. Literally, it's just Tyler Calvert. TYLERCALVRT, and my Instagram is Tyler Calvert 23 because I couldn't get just my name. Someone else already had it. But
no worries.
Same thing. Same goes with Twitter. But this on my Twitter, it's Tyler_Calvert 23. I'm very bad at picking clever names for my stuff. So
no worries, brother.
I just use my names for everything. I'm very original in that way.
And before we go, they're gonna open Jurassic World: The Ride in Universal Studios next year.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, so if you come to the West Coast, let me know. I'll take you there.
Yeah, we'll enjoy some Jurassic Park goodness in person, then.
All right, brother. Thank you so much, Tyler. Let's rock this.